Welcome to the Battle Zone. Animated Wrestling League, strong and free, coming to you from the GTA. Episode 19, it's our first go-home show of this brand. And we are starting off with our main event preview.
The following tag team contest is set for one fall. First, making their way a tag team combination of Alexian Salon and the reigning complete Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, The Rock. Together they are Solar Wings.
The Rock will challenge the Grand Champion for the title. He will cash in that completed golden opportunity, that Canadian National Championship. One thing we don't know yet, what stipulations will The Rock choose? The completed CNC gives him that opportunity. But right now, it's all about tag team action. The faction of Dr. Jigoku, the mad scientist of professional wrestling. He will bring forth his minions to challenge the challenger.
And their opponents, making their way to the ring from the laboratory, accompanied by their creator, Dr. Jigoku, and the reigning Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, Project Tetsu 3.0, the tag team combination of the modern-day Frankenstein, Project Z, and Jigoku Destroy. Together they are the Augments.
And there you see him, the Grand Champion, who will face The Rock one-on-one next week at the season finale, Season 19 of the Animated Wrestling League, coming to its conclusion as we come into the fall, ladies and gentlemen. Now this will be Jigoku Destroy and Project Z, the modern-day Frankenstein. The Rock going to be starting off for his team, Dr. Jigoku's favorite creation, Jigoku Destroy, on the other. Belly-to-belly slam. Great start, great tachi-eye by The Rock, starting us off here in this 15-minute, one-fall-to-a-finish tag team match. I should point out that this combination of the Augments, Jigoku Destroy and Project Z, formerly known as Crisis Gundam, back when Project Z was alive, formerly known as Crisis Gundam, former multi-time AWL World's Tag Team Champions, as a matter of fact. They have not scored a single victory this season. They are 0-6. Double Irish Whip by the Solar Wings, double big back body drop. Using the extra boost to get the big man up, off, and over. Ooh, and running knee strike right to the head, and I think he was aiming for the mostly human half of Project Jigoku. Jigoku Destroy. Oh, leg drop right across the arm. 1 minute into the bout now. Coming up later tonight on this very show, we got more previews of the AWL season finale, and we have got a championship match in the main event. The British Openweight title of British Championship Wrestling will be on the line, and that's going to happen in something called a Cage Master match, or under Cage Master rules, as Lee Masters looks to retake the British Openweight Championship back from the man who beat him for it on a house show not that long ago. And that is, of course, Satoshi Tobu, the man who will challenge for the Intercontinental title at the season finale. And go look at an abdominal stretch here, an abdominal stretch elevation by one of the last students of Jushin Thunder Liger, Raiga Nodeshi we call him, the disciple of Liger, and elbow strikes right to the looks like right to the calf muscle to try to break the balance, and it works. Jigoku Destroy escaping that potential submission hold. Irish Whip back across the ropes. Kick to the midsection, and what are we going to see here? Going back, and Jarman! Hat-trick suplex, subtype German. Pick him up, put him down, make it hurt. That's what's always worked for Jigoku Destroy. Jigoku Destroy, of course, the best win-loss record in the Animated Wrestling League right now. 121 wins, 64 losses, a ratio of +57. a Season 2 veteran. It is Season 19 right now. Of course, his active life as a professional athlete extended greatly by the upgrades of Dr. Jigoku. And you see Project Z in the corner, his actual life, his existence as a mostly sentient being, extended by Dr. Jigoku. Stomp away at the knee, that's smart. If you that's ground a high flyer, that's the only thing you can do with guys like this. Wait a minute, Tatsumaki, he also has a Tatsumaki! The tornado into the cover. One, broken up by The Rock, by the Canadian national champion, who will be the first Canadian national champion to cash in. That will happen next week. And going up, another Tatsumaki, second time, Tatsumaki connects. And the blood will flow into the cover. 1, 2, 3, no! Somehow, Eruption Solar gets the shoulder up right before that final and fatal 3 count could be registered. I think the official's hand did actually hit the mat, but it was after the shoulder up, so he did wave off the fall. Elbow strike by Eruption Solar. Eruption Solar, 41 and 38 in his AWL career, ratio +3. Not exactly in the upper echelon of the win-loss records, but certainly a fan favorite here in the battle zone, here in the Greater Toronto area. Going up, going down, long way for an arm drag, but it always works. 10 minutes and change now. We have an Atomicos match with the champions and challengers of the Joshi division, of the women's division. Both the Joshi singles and tag team titles will be defended over 2 shows of our season finale. That's going to be AWL Hontai episode 380, Strong and Free episode 20.
5 minutes have elapsed. 10 remain.
As we hit our first time call of the bout, going up for a powerbomb now. Up and down. And then one more time, look at this deadlift, the strength. That's going to do damage to your opponent's quadriceps, and that's actually a really great setup for the Boston Crab, trying to hyperextend the knee, trying to hyperextend the back. As we get back to our standing position, going to see a tag made. Yes, we are. Tag made to The Rock. And here we have the first and second Canadian national champions going one-on-one. It was Jigoku Destroy who won the tournament to become the first ever Canadian national champion, but he lost that title to The Rock in his first title defense, if I remember correctly. Go back and check in the archives. This whole season's in a playlist, as is just Strong and Free Season 19. And going up, reverse, and inverted DDT. When we moved to Canada, when our Canadian benefactors, our Canadian sponsors, basically financially saved the Animated Wrestling League after the pandemic. Oh, beautiful tag team combination, tag Kogeki. The referee late to start the count, being distracted by the grand champion, and another attempt at a cover broken up. Okay, the official has lost all control here. 1 in, 1 out. Come on, guys, you all know the rules. When our Canadian benefactors decided to save the Animated Wrestling League, that was one of their conditions, was we start a Canadian show to try to revitalize independent wrestling here in Canada again post-pandemic. But what we have right now, we needed a champion of Canada. Irish whip into the corner, tag opportunity, miss, swing and a miss. And now wait a minute, Jigoku Destroy removing the top turnbuckle of that neutral corner on the bottom left-hand corner of your YouTube window. Irish chop, no, Irish chop, knife edge chop into the Irish whip. Tag Kogeki opportunity, crisis good and done, back together, no. And this is why they haven't won a match yet. Not booked for the season finale, this is the last match this season. And oh, right into that exposed steel. Shoulder blades, spine first, and he cannot stand right now. Rolling down to the floor and flopping like a fish. Eruption Solar is out. The Canadian national champion is on his own. The Rock, arguably the best wrestler in Canada. THE ROC, finding out of the tales of Sinbad. copyright infringing, non-gimmick infringing, and into the camel clutch here or the kangaroo clutch, since I think, well, Jack Butcher was from Australia. I don't know what this remnant, this redead is. ROC-BOTTOM hits check the spelling. The Rock hits check the spelling for the cover 1. And again, Dr. Jigoku now getting involved. Leg drop across the inside of the leg. Trying to damage ligaments, trying to snap something that Jigoku would have to personally hand-stitch back together. I've heard Dr. Jigoku complaining about his augments lately, and wait a minute, Dr. Jigoku is slipping a steel chair into the ring. I think the referee sees it. He just needs to wait for a lull in the action. Make sure that he knows the referee putting himself between the competitors and that chair. Gets him out of the corner. Dragon screw leg whip by the Rock. And the fans making their approval known here in the Greater Toronto area. 5 minutes and change left. And again, Dr. Jigoku getting up, but that gives the referee the opportunity he needs to grab that chair, illicitly added to that 20 by 20 foot ring. And unless the referee is going to start swinging the chair, he needs to get that thing out of the ring now. This is getting a little weird. Why is the referee still holding the chair? Project Z looking, I think, for either the powerbomb suplex or the butcher bomb. He's not going to get either. Big back body drop counter by The Rock, the Canadian national champion.
10 minutes have elapsed. 5 remaining.
Whip into the corner, tag Kogeki, tag team attack, and they're going for this again. Solar Wings into the cover, and the referee not doing it, throws down the chair. The referee not doing his job here. 1. That was 2.5 at least. That could have been a 3. Back into the secondary cover. 1. I do like that. I do like that Robson Solar does that. DDT. Referee's down. Is pandemonium gone wild, ladies and gentlemen? And Supernova! He Satsuwaza the Supernova, but a counter. Counter by the Giant. Counter by the Australian Menace. The modern-day Frankenstein. A huge splash, and finally that chair out of the ring. Jigoku destroyed, down and out on the outside. And Project Z, his battery life has got to be draining right now. He's going to go for something here. Powerbomb. No, he's going for the Butcher Bomb. Up. He's Satsuwaza. Butcher Bomb. The head of Eruption Solar going a good 12 feet to the floor. 1. To the mat, the canvas. Which, honestly, no better. The wrestling ring is designed to take a fall. But it is not cushioned, it is not a trampoline, it is not a mattress, like some people like to think. That is hard plywood and canvas and maybe a little bit of padding. DDT! And this is just our first match, ladies and gentlemen. We still have our Joshi 8-man or 8-woman tag. We've still got a trip into the vault. I haven't even mentioned that yet. We've got a trip into the vault, into the AWL archives, and our Cage Master Rules Championship main event. And the tag is made, and comes The Rock.
3 minutes remaining.
Our wrestlers can hear those time calls. They do know how much time is left. Kick to the midsection. Wait a minute, nice, a counter, a reversal. A reversal of fortune going for the powerbomb suplex. Oh! And that may be the whole point of the match. Injure The Rock going into the main event of the season finale. I don't think Jigoku Destroy cares if his team wins or not. He prefer it, obviously. But The Rock could very easily be concussed. He is bleeding from the forehead. And that's that steel elevator cable that we call it rope. That is a misnomer. And The Rock, hits that DDT. And, okay, how has this guy not been ejected yet? Referee, do your damn job. Rock having something to say about that. Grand champion backing
2
down.
minutes remaining.
Irish whip into the neutral corner, to the Canadian corner. And a huge shot, and calling for the triple power bomb. Okay, we need to ban this move. Too many tag teams use this. but I can understand why. It is absolutely devastating, and that's the #1 contender, the Grand Champion, attacking his own #1 contender 1 week before the finale. This is bullshit. Fortunately, a cavalcade of humanity, and finally the Grand Champion ejected from ringside. About 80 seconds left in the match. About damn time. Irish over to the corner, swing and a miss by The Rock. Spinebuster! Spinebuster, the Canadian National Champion. There's a fracker going on the outside as well. 65 seconds left in the time limit, and I think we've definitely hit the battery limit. He is running on low power mode. He's on battery saver mode right now. He's on eco charge. ROCBOTTOM, check the spelling. The Rock, check the spelling for the win. Can he do it? No, for Flair's sake. 1, 2, 3, finally. Winless all season, the Augments cannot win when they cheat anymore. But that was the point. Injure the challenger. And I think Project Z, the sacrificial lamb. And look at that. Did you see that? You saw that, right? Great defense from this angle. We can see the helicopter head scissors to Jigoku Destroy, ensuring the victory. That was cool.
Here are your winners, Solar Wings.
Alright. And now we know the main event. It's gonna be Project Tetsu versus The Rock, last man standing. And I promised you we're gonna have a lot of Joshi action tonight, and it's all gonna be in one match. We've got the champions, we've got the challengers. It's the go-home show. There's going to be a preview tag team match. You knew this was going to happen. And we're starting off with the challengers for the AWL Joshi Tag Team titles. Last challengers of the season. Campeonatos, so Campeonas de Parejas.
The following Atomicos contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, making their opening ring, tag team combination of Solo Darling Nightingale. Together they are the reigning Campeonas de Parejas and the #1 contenders to the AWL Joshi Tag Team titles, the Bird and the Bee.
Unfortunately, the Campeonas de Parejas not going to be on the line. This will not be a title unification match at the finale because the champions don't have any points because there's no longer a way to gain points.
And their partners. Introducing first making a good friend from the GTA, the Daughter of the Dragon, Dragoness.
And the Dragon Fire illuminates the arena as it did in days gone by. We see the first of 2 of the 4 challengers to the Joshi singles title. We will clear the board at AWL season finale.
From Mexico, the Knockout Queen, Lupe Peligro.
Lupe Peligro doing her thing. The Knockout Queen, our luchadora. So we've got Lucha Libre, we've got American Independent, and we've got the all-round Puroresu of the Dragon Clan together in this contest, and apparently these particular fans not particularly entertained by what they've seen so far. But they're going up against Power and Crazy, because wrestling.
And their opponents, introducing first making her way to the ring from the Isle of the Mistira. She is the reigning and wrestling league Joshi champion, the modern-day Amazon, Athena Jane.
Athena Jane forced into this position of having to face not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 challengers in one match. Elimination rules, because she broke the rules, violated the terms of the brand extension, got her tag team partner suspended at least for the rest of the season. Frankly, I don't know if we're ever going to see Jackie Monyu in the AWL again, but the title in more jeopardy than it has ever been. And she's got nobody but herself to blame, though she's going to blame absolutely anybody she can think of. Well, that was the power. Here comes the crazy. The cat girl and the werewolf.
And her partners. Introducing first, fighting under the round of the old card. They are the reigning Anime Wrestling League Joshi Tag Team Champions, Emerson and Wild Thing. And their partner, making her AWL in-ring debut from parts unknown, the Manipulator.
Viva Monster Union!
Here they are, Monster Union!
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. The Manipulator will be competing, I believe, for the very first time. At least I have no record of her competing here in my official tally of win-loss records on my little spreadsheet over here. The Manipulator is going to be the three female members of Monster Union, alongside the AWL Joshi champion, singles champion, Athena Jane. And it's going to be one hell of an Atomicos match. But frankly, I don't expect the Manipulator to see much in the way of action in this contest. Someone needs to tell these two they need to get a shorter ring entrance. I'm already editing like a minute out of this every time they do it. And it's going to be Willow Nightingale and the Joshi champions starting us off. Kick to the midsection. And a nice arm drag. Willow Nightingale, usually the powerhouse in most women's wrestling matches that she competes in. Not here, not in the Animated Wrestling League. Our level of competition a little bit higher than that. Willow Nightingale currently 3-2 in her AWL career. Athena Jane 28-29, so a ratio of -1 for the champion. But sometimes the stats, the career stats, don't tell the whole story. Athena Jane has been on a warpath lately. She's held the Joshi Championship for over 2 months now, and she already has 2 successful title defenses. She could get that number up to 6 in one night if she manages to run the table. Snapmare to the now illegal Sugar Creature. Solo Darling, the tag mate to Neko Musume, and these two have history. Neko Musume going up, down, Spinebuster. Uppercut by the challenger, of course, the Bird and the Bee, and the Unholy Alliance of Monster Union, Cats and Dogs wrestling together, mass hysteria. That's going to be your Joshi Tag Team Championship match. And now we actually have a good idea what the Manipulator looks like without her hood on. That's interesting. As the ring is successfully cut in half here. The Joshi Tag Team Champion, of course, the Cat going to be a bit of a show-off. Perfect ring positioning by Neko Musume. She's still got herself between her opponent and the corner. 2 minutes into this 15-minute time limit match. Irish Whip, reversal of fortune, no tag. And Neko Musume's got to get out of there as fast as possible. Neko Musume, the cat daughter. Oh, and there's the cheap shot by the Joshi champion. I wish I could say I was surprised, but I am absolutely not. That's exactly who Athena Jane is. With her size, her strength, her power, she doesn't need to pull this sort of crap. But she does, she will, because I think deep down she realizes she thinks she needs it. And another cheap shot. The referee not going to do anything about that, I don't think he should. Tag is made, blind tag by Dragoness, now your legal combatant. Tag made, we've got a dragon versus a werewolf. I love pro wrestling. Snapping sidekick by the daughter of the original AWL champion. course, her father retired, now the head trainer at our dojo in Japan. And several of the wrestlers here actually came out of the dojo. That would include both members of Monster Union. And Dragon Drop number 3. The third variation of her father's finishing move. Dragon Drop number 3. Dragon is looking for something big. She's looking for her own variation. You can call it Dragon Drop number 4. She calls it the Dragoness Drop. Into the cover. The referee distracted. 1, 2. Okay, during the off-season, we need to retrain our refs. Focus on the bloody match. Yes, I know. You've got 8 people you got to track. We probably need 2 referees for this, but you have to focus. You cannot be missing covers. As an official here in the Animated Wrestling League, we hold our wrestlers to the highest of standards. We need to hold our officials to the same. Tag made, and here comes the champion. The Joshi singles champion, the 12th champion. Oh! Almost a claw hold standing leg drop. See, that's what I mean. Athena Jane has the technique. She has all the tools that she needs to be a great professional wrestler, including some ring awareness, getting her arm around that rope before the hold was even fully locked in, and now we've gone to the outside. This is not a Falls Count Anywhere match. This is not a no count-out match. 20 count on the outside. AWL rules in effect completely for this match. Coming up at the conclusion of this contest, we're going to be going back into the archives, and we're going to show you the first time the Tiger Brothers and Tiger Mask W met for the AWL World Tag Team title almost exactly 1 season ago at the season 18 finale. And then we'll be back live for our main event, Cage Master Rules. Lee Masters.
5 minutes elapsed. 10 remain.
Satoshi Tobu for the British Openweight Championship. Multiple knee lifts on the outside here. Where are we on the count? Looks like a 9 from the referee. About halfway through. Dragon screw to the Dragoness. Athena Jane getting caught, and that's how you do a dragon screw leg whip. Woo! Up to 11, plenty of time still, but they do want to start getting back into that ring sooner rather than later, I would think. Or maybe not. Maybe Team Dragoness, maybe Team Challengers want to take the count out. Win here. Where are we? 16, says the official. Finally, 17, both women beat the count in a diving oh shit. The Manipulator, her first action as a professional wrestler. The tag is made, Solo Darling. Now, I will tell you, the Manipulator did not go through the AWL dojo, is not a trained wrestler. I have no idea what she's doing here other than getting her ass kicked. But basically, these champions have no friends, and we couldn't do a 3-on-4 handicap match. And this is all because Jackie Monyu has been suspended, so Athena Jane is without a tag team partner. Rollover into the cover. The 1. Kick out. Well, looks like the Manipulator's picked up a few tricks just by osmosis, being a wrestling manager for so long. And she decides, no, I think I've had enough of this. I'm going to stay on the outside of the ropes. Thank you very little. We know almost nothing about the Manipulator. We know that this witch is the one who brought together all these monsters and spirits and demons and yokai from around the multiverse. Attempted a sharp stinger, but way too close to the ropes. The referee waves it off. Good call by the official. See, I'm tough, but I'm fair. When the referee makes the right call, I will praise them for it. As the sugar creature, Solo Darling. Irish whip all the way back into the corner, and oh, goes for the knees, but hits the turnbuckle. Of course, there's that steel ring that we saw go into the back of Rupsin Solar not that long ago. Oh, pump handle backbreaker on the outside. Illegal action, but Willow Nightingale not taking any crap from anybody. Human werewolf or cat girl. Oh god, what do we have here? This is not going to be good. Oh, a splash on the apron! sandwiching Neko Musume between Solo Darling and the steel superstructure of that wrestling ring. Innovative offense as expected of a Chikara veteran. Neko Musume, superhuman strength, taking Solo Darling, who's not exactly a super heavyweight, but she's no cruiserweight either. And again, the sea of humanity, the forest of legs and limbs and paws, making it difficult to get back into the ring. Literally less space on the ringside to throw your opponent back in through. Now we have a 2-on-1 situation. Lupe Peligro getting involved for the first time in the contest. Lupe Peligro and Wild Thing, I believe, have yet to be legal. Six minutes and change remaining. This up to 11 now, past the halfway point of the 20 count. I would hate to see this go to a time limit draw. I'd hate to see this go to a double count. Oh no, it's not going to be good. And spear! Spear right through that barricade. That is a steel barricade with a cloth cover. And one half of the tag team champions has been annihilated 7 days before the finale, and in and out of the ring, cross the corner, catty corner, to go after the cat girl. That resets the count at 1. Solo Darling knows exactly what she is doing here. Solo Darling has only had 11 matches in the AWL. This is her 12th. But she knows exactly what she's up to here, as we're about to hit the 2/3 point of the time limit. Solo Darling pressing the advantage. She wants to make sure that if and when she gets the cat girl... Oh, DDT, right! Inverted DDT, almost a Widowmaker. Solo Darling going right into those protective mats. Oh, face first into the steel. Neko Musume trying to regain control of her life, let alone the match. Back up to 11. I don't know where. Oh, going for the steel steps. Why do we use so many things made out of steel? Plastic exists, ladies and gentlemen. Plastic exists! And we don't use it. Everything here is made of steel. Hollowed out corrugated steel. Seriously, aluminum would be so much cheaper. Why do we do this? Both women back into the ring, and everybody desperate for a tag. And it looks like, yes, tag to the co-tag team champion, and a tag made to Dragoness. Out we go, but the damage done to the Joshi tag team titles, the damage done to Monster Union ahead of the big title defense, and the powerhouse, the hardcore furry, Wild Thing, looking for something big here. She's going up, she's going big, up, and she's looking for it. Yes, she got her up. Lycanthropy! 1, 2. As the manipulator normally isn't able to... Oh, wait a minute. A manipulator's going to try and do a suplex. And she did it! Outside in vertical suplex by the manipulator. Completely illegal, but you know what? For someone who's not actually a wrestler, that's not easy to do. Kick to the midsection. Dragoness looking for maybe a dragon drop, number 1, but no. Goes into the corner. The referee down. Tag is made. And first ever tag Kogeki between these two. We'll see what they've got together. Double big back body drop. Good communication between non-partners. Spin kick right to the midsection. Where's Lupe Peligro? She's down the outside. Rear view. The Rumblebee going for the sting. Going for the Rumblebee stinger splash, I guess you might call that. Stinger senton. Solo Darling in trouble into the monster corner. Boot, kick away, getting out of there, avoiding the tag Kogeki, and now just biting! Oh! Don't worry, we give all of our wrestlers lycanthropy vaccinations before they're allowed to compete in the ring. Going up, going down. No! Backbreaker! Double backbreaker! Hat trick backbreaker! Solo Darling showing us things we've never seen before. Oh god, we've got to ban this. Commissioner, I know you're listening. Seriously, even the good guys are using this trick now because they know it's not going to get them disqualified. At least these three are all legal in the match. That's something, I suppose.
2 minutes remaining.
And we are getting low on time here. Fatigue a factor, as it rarely is in an Atomicos match. 2.5. As Solo Darling looking to find a way to maybe lock on that sharp stinger and get this over with. Irish whip back into the corner. Make the tag. Come on, Solo. You know you. Guess not. 90 seconds on the clock. We are almost out of time here. That's why I think we're only doing 3 live matches, and this is still going to be a double length. We're over our usual window. We're going to have a double length super episode this week. We're not going to have a choice. We still have 2 matches to show. At least we know what one of them is, or how long it's going to take. And Solo Darling apparently to have some kind of convulsion in the middle of the ring because she's entering the correct button combination to pull this crap again.
1 minute remaining.
1 minute left, 60 seconds. Triple powerbomb, 1/2 of the Joshi Tag Team Champions. And if the referee decides to call it, and he does, 1, 2, 3, with only 42 seconds left on the clock, the AWL loses to the Campeonas de Parejas. I apologize for my atrocious Spanish. No help, no assist, by the way. Look at this. Look at everybody on the ring there. I think they just wanted to go home.
Here are your winners, Lupe Peligro, Dragoness, and the Bird, and the Bee!
The challengers outlasting the champions. And now we're going to go into the AWL archives, and we're going to show you the first time tiger-on-tiger violence at a season finale.
The Tiger Brothers held the titles. They defeated the New Classics at National Pro Wrestling Day 2019.
Introducing first the challengers, fighting out of the Unified School of the Tiger style. They are the #1 rank in the AWL Best 4 and undefeated in Season 18. King Tiger Jr., Black Tiger Justice, the Tiger Brothers. And their opponents, they are the reigning and defending Animated Wrestling League Tag Team Champions of the World. Tonight, making their 6th title defense. Also from the Unified School of the Tiger style, also undefeated this season, Tiger Mask 2, Tiger Zadaku, Tiger Mask W! This is an officially sanctioned World's Tag Team Championship match under the auspices of the Animated Wrestling League, AWL Commissioner presiding. At the sound of the bell, AWL Senior Official Joey Bamagadouche in charge.
I made a mistake earlier on the win-loss records. Tiger Mask W 7-0 this season. I think I said they were 6-0. I apologize for the error. But Tiger on Tiger. And remember, okay, this is a bad decision from Tiger Mask W in my opinion. Tiger Mask 2 in the blue and black trousers. Already wrestled tonight. He already wrestled in the ladder match. He was not successful, obviously. But, oh, nice suplex to his protege, his individually chosen student. These two went to the AWL dojo. They handpicked 2 trainees early in their training, brought them to the Tiger style, brought them to the Tiger's den. I'm sorry, to the Tiger's cave for personalized training, and created an intergenerational faction of Tiger Masks. And one would have to imagine that if the younger Tigers, if the Tiger Brothers could defeat Tiger Mask W for the AWL Tag Team Championship of the World at a season finale, and we have our first tag of this tag team match about a minute in now, and it's Black Tiger Justice versus Tiger Mask 2. Maybe they're keeping the fresh Tiger the Dark in reserve. I don't know, but it looks to me like that ladder match hasn't had much of an effect on the Season 0 original Tiger Mask 2. This could be a changing of the guard. This could be a change of eras, a new reign in the Tiger Dynasty. It was Tiger Mask W that unified the golden school of the Tiger style with the black school of the Tiger style. We see the results in their trainees, their students, their proteges. Boom! Stereophonic kicks right to the chest. and Sheen Tiger Jr. now the legal combatant. There really is just no comparison between these wrestlers as far as experience goes, as far as win-losses go. But you know what? I gotta tell you anyway, and I'm going to. Tiger Mask 2, who just tagged out. Tiger Mask 2, 102 wins, 72 losses. Tiger Zadok, 33 wins, 19 losses. Sheen Tiger Jr., 27 wins, 21 losses. Black Tiger Justice, just to make it clear, make sure we've got everybody accounted for here. Black Tiger Justice, 31 wins, 22 losses. All four of these combatants on the positive side of the win-loss ratio. So these really are the elite of the Animated Wrestling League. Pun sort of intended, I guess. Pump kick by Tiger the Dark, and a perfect job by Tiger the Dark cutting the ring in half. 3 minutes in now. I don't want a quick match. I want to see these teams absolutely settle this as Tiger Zadaku in trouble. And oh, beautiful Hurricane Rana. Tiger the Dark. Tiger feint kick. Tiger the Dark. Darkness falls. A legendary combination. And of course the Tiger. Wait a minute. A kip up Hurricane Rana by Sheen Tiger Jr. to get himself back to a vertical base. Takes him down. The Tiger's jaw clamps down across the throat. Tiger the Dark. We may have taught that to Sheen Tiger Jr. Manages an easy escape, and that's going to be the secret here. These two, no tag team champions and challengers, I believe, have ever known each other as well as these two teams. Oh, running knee right to the side of the mask. Running knee to the temple, 4 minutes in. Tiger, suplex, Horodor. Referee in perfect position. 1, 2, new champions. Not going to be crowned at this juncture, ladies and gentlemen. And again, good technique. Cutting the ring in half. Aiming at the leg, trying to neutralize the height advantage of Tiger Zadaku. The running lariat right to the chest. Ducks under the clothesline. Super kick. And Tiger the Dark deep, deep, deep in Tiger Brother territory. Take a shot every time I say the word Tiger in this video. You will be dead by the time the bell rings. Oh, huge chop. Echoing throughout the AWL arena. Irish whip into the neutral corner with a drop kick. I can barely keep up with this.
Open kickoff. 5 minutes. 5 minutes past.
We hear the first time call, as do the wrestlers. They know, they need to know how much time is left. Kick to the midsection, going up, all the way around the world. Doesn't hold him for the bridge, doesn't hold him for the pin, however. The leg's not Nelsoning. Into the cover. Oh! The tag is made. And it's Tiger on Tiger action, the dark school of the Tiger style. The black school of the Tiger style. As Black Tiger Justice looking to be the hero Black Tiger. The babyface Black Tiger. Irish whip into the corner. Again, a shot in the neutral corner. He's going to go for that double moonsault. You can't escape. 1. No escaping justice. Maybe we should call those the wheels of justice. May turn slowly, but eventually, unless you're Bill Cosby, they get you. And, oh, drop miss. No, a big miss. Nothing but air, and a spear out of his boots. That may have been a fatal error. As now Tiger the Dark in control. At least for the moment, Black Tiger Justice trying to get back here. Going up, Black Tiger Buster! In the corner, but the foot draped on the ropes is going to have to pull him away to prevent a rope break. Black Tiger Justice 1. Oh, and the senior official Joey Babagadoosh gets taken out. The old Lions, or should I say the old Tigers, don't want to lose here. Hurricane Rana countered into the powerbomb, but there's no referee. Tiger the Dark may be looking now for the darkness drive. No! Black Tiger suplex! But no bridge, no hold, the referee back on his feet. He's going to rule it incidental contact. He's not going to... Wait, cover. You got to cover. 1, 2. Oh, 2.5. You didn't win anything yet, guy. You got to put him away. Black Tiger Justice will not give up. Powerbomb attempt into a Hurricane Rana, and he's got the legs. He's got the legs. He's got him stacked. 1, 2, 3. They did it. Out of a counter. Powerbomb countered into a Hurricane Rana roll-up. I don't even think the cameras caught it for the replay. But ladies and gentlemen, we have our undefeated tag team champions, and the old generation stays alive.
Here are your winners, and still unanimously tag team champions of the world, Tiger Mask Tobu.
Back to live professional wrestling action. Cage Master Rules.
The following contest is your main event of the evening, scheduled for one submission or a knockout under Cage Master Rules for the British Openweight Championship.
No pinfalls, no disqualifications, and obviously because it's a cage match, no countouts. This match, you will make your opponent submit, or you will knock them the bleep out. And the MMA-trained expert, the inventor of the Cage Master Rules, making his way to the ring. We know that Satoshi Tobu will be wrestling inside a cage, inside his cage, inside the scrap heap, in the Cage of Death at the season finale, challenging for the Intercontinental Championship. But right now, he's going to have to do it in something a little more professional. Former AWL Intercontinental Champion lost that title to Kyojin Kobayashi, the reigning champion. And by the way, also Satoshi Tobu currently under contract with AWL Hontai, but his status as British Openweight champion allows him to travel to defend the title. Satoshi Tobu stooped to some really low attacks, attacking from behind, attacking the crowd, attacking backstage Kyojin Kobayashi, anything to get an unfair advantage over the Intercontinental Champion, and he was suspended for it. He was suspended for it, came back, and basically Kyojin Kobayashi agreed to settle things in Satoshi Tobu's preferred style of deathmatch wrestling, the Cage of Death. That will be at AWL Hontai episode 380. But right now it's all about that beautiful British Openweight Championship belt. You're about to see the graphic for that, I believe. There it is. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I say, kind of patting my own back on that one. And there you see a real pro wrestling cage.
Introducing first the challenger, fighting out of Minneapolis, Minnesota by way of Las Vegas, Nevada. The technical wizard, Lee Masters!
Lee Masters, of course, no stranger to competing inside a chain link fence.
And his opponent, he is the reigning and defending British Openweight champion. Fighting out of the deathmatch circuit, Satoshi Tobu! This is an officially sanctioned British Openweight Championship match under the auspices of British Championship Wrestling. AWL official Louis Augments in charge.
Alright, 30 minutes on the clock in this one submission or one knockout match. As the cage lowers around the combatants. Referee on the outside merely to observe. 30 minutes on the clock, bang the gong, we are on, and going for an armbar. Ooh, a little bit of joint manipulation, some classic British wrestling there with the joint manips. Scientific wrestling, if you will, and yeah, going after the arm, that really seems to be the plan here. Ooh, as Lee Masters stomps away on his opponent, this could be setting up for an armbar, could be setting up for a kimura, a double wrist lock. It can be setting up for almost any arm-based submission, a bloody hammer lock, if you do enough softening. But now we're going to stand and strike, ground and pound. Mat Classic press by Lee Masters, of course, one of many students at the legendary Mat Classic. 30-minute time limit in accordance with AWL rules. And speaking of Mat Classic, something of a Mat Classic special here, the aeroplane spin. Satoshi Tobu, a throwback in almost every conceivable way. It makes sense he would use a move from, a couple of centuries ago at this point. And look, stomping on the foot. Now, normally, stomping on the fingers, that's an illegal move in pro wrestling, but there are no disqualifications in Cage Master rules. So, not much we can do here. Going now for a Juji Gatame. The champion looking to get the quick and easy submission 90 seconds in. Now, in mixed martial arts, there's usually rounds of 3 or 5 minutes. We do not do that here. Belly-to-belly belly-to-back suplex, or German suplex if you prefer. And again, going right back, looks like he's focusing mainly on that left arm. I would not be surprised if he sets that up for some kind of a submission going forward. Oh, right to the side of the head, so he doesn't just go for a flat-out knockout. And of course, Lee Masters, as always, in that traditional MMA ring gear of the fingerless gloves to allow for better grappling, the bare feet. If he was doing this in wrestling boots, he'd have broken the fingers already. Satoshi Tobu in trouble. This, I believe, his first defense of the British Openweight Championship. Lee Masters had been defending that title all over the world before losing it to Satoshi Tobu on a house show a couple of weeks ago. But Lee Masters, that was his first singles championship in his entire career. And he is a Season 0 original. He's been a tag team expert his whole career. Double leg takedown, as he calls it. Lee Masters in a dominant position. He would normally transition into a pinfall from the double leg, but not an issue, not an option in Cage Master rules. Saying bring it on to some heckling fan in the ring, at ringside, who I think was saying something along the lines of, I can't see through the fence. But wait a minute, rear naked does not have a great hook of the body scissors here. There's no rope breaks. Rear naked choke out of absolutely nowhere, one of Lee Masters' specialties. Bulldog by Satoshi Tobu, the deathmatch veteran. The oldest ever graduate of the AWL dojo, but he is a dojo graduate, so he does know what he's doing in there. He's not just one of these, hardcore garbage wrestlers. I mean, he is, but he doesn't have to be. Stomp away at the arm. Ooh! Hard shot, and so far nobody's bleeding. I don't expect that to last long. Right back to that Juji Gatame, and this is interesting. It looks like really Satoshi Tobu is the one who's been going for the submissions here, whereas Lee Masters, and there's the blood. There's the blood. Knew that was going to happen eventually. A little over 4 minutes into the contest. Lee Masters, as I was saying, does seem to be playing a bit of a longer game, softening up his opponent for future submission attempts. Whereas Satoshi Tobu looks to be trying to put something on and pick up a quick win as fast as possible. We'll see which of these competing stratagems comes out on top in this particular battle. And that is what this is, ladies and gentlemen. This is war. This is battle. This is combat. This is conflict. This is animated professional wrestling. Satoshi Tobu looking for something here, looking for the... Oh, knee right to the face! That could break a nose, that could shove the cartilage of your nose up into your brain.
5 minutes have elapsed, 25 remain.
First time call of the contest, and again, going for the arms. He was targeting the left earlier. And actually, sorry, no, that is the left arm. He's got to be setting up for something. He's got to be setting up for some kind of a submission up there. I don't think he's going to be going for a Boston Crab after this. Kick to the midsection, gets caught, leg sweep by the champion, who is going for a Boston Crab. And again, just hooking on whatever submission he can get to try to put his opponent away, but too much power in the legs of the technical wizard, Lee Masters. A proud champion, a proud singles champion, a proud tag team champion and proud man in general. Off of the ropes, going for the big, elbow drop. I was going to go for a splash or a senton, but decides to drive the point of that elbow right into the chest cavity of his opponent. Now going for the, how many submission holds does this guy know? We've seen the Boston Crab, we've seen the figure 4 leg lock, we've seen the Jushi Gadame, the cross arm bar. Is there a chance he could tap? No. There's no tap outs. There's no tap outs in Cage of Death rules. It's knockout only. But yeah, he could systematically take the Giant, the Intercontinental Champion, apart with that title on the line. He could walk out of this as a double champion. It'll be a long, painful week, but I think Satoshi Tobu likes that kind of crap. Yeah, most wrestlers, believe it or not, do not try to bleed it. Oh, there's the cage! Becoming a factor. Pretty sure that would be illegal in MMA. You just simply pick your opponent up and throw him into the fence. But this ain't MMA, ladies and gentlemen. This is pro wrestling. And there, the back collapses. That's the dividend paying off here. So much has been done to weaken the body of Satoshi Tobu that he was not able to maintain what was going to be, I think, a long dart into the steel. Going up, vertical suplex. A simple move, but he's learned the tips and the subtleties from his partner, the suplex master, Sammy Nix. Kick to the midsection. Lee Masters in complete control, looking for another vertical. And he hits it. He noticed, he felt it. This is Lee Masters changing up his game plan now. He felt the back of Satoshi Tobu go out, and there's a slap across the face, the wrestler power-up. Knee right to the head, the blood draining. And going into something else, going to wrench the arm back yet again. Again, back to the left arm. He's now splitting his attention between the arm and the back because he felt that back go earlier. And that is why Lee Masters is so good at this. He can see what's happening in the match. He can adjust his game plan accordingly. 82 wins, 73 losses. He is a veteran's veteran. And there's the classic claw into the blood. Oh, God, we're going to have to give these guys shots by the end of this. We do test for bloodborne pathogens, of course. But Irish whip off of the ropes, up, big back body drop. Our senior medical official, Dr. Marcus Fieldgood, will personally inspect both of these wrestlers after the match whenever it ends. And Lee Masters, and now the head-based submission. He's got the arms hooked. The arms have been softening up the whole time, and it's a quick and easy tap out, and we have a new champion of Britain, ladies and gentlemen. One in the Commonwealth.
Here is your winner, and the new British Openweight champion, Lee Masters.
Congratulations to Lee Masters. His finale comes early. We'll see him as champion in Season 20. Coming up next is going to be AWL Hontai's Go Home show. Stay tuned for that, and then in 1 week, the season finale. But for tonight, korede, kimarida.